Welcome back to the podcast. Roll the intro.
Yeah, they call me a savage. I'm putting in work. I hustle and grind, I put in the time, get what I deserve. Savage.
What's up?
How are you, brother?
Going to break down the first half of 2023.
Yep.
Some pretty tough questions here. So
Some good ones.
I was super unprepared like usual. So we'll get that natural flow going.
Crack.
What new skills or knowledge have you gained in the first half of 2023 that have been most beneficial to you, and how have they improved your life or work? Tough one to start.
A lot of my stuff stems away from business, but it is for the business just as much. And I think for me, it was patience, bro.
Yep.
You know, when I first started doing what I was doing last year with you, I had that big rush of things and I was getting very excited, and I had plans, pretty big plans straight away, which is always good for a business, especially when you've got that momentum as well. But then, you know, things have happened since then. You know, I didn't take into the fact that I'm a dad, I'm a new dad, and I've got kids that live in Queensland, and holidays, they do get in the way of certain things, and I'm still learning and growing as an individual and as a business as well, and understanding that, you know, the systems and stuff that I need to put in place need to be done, but to be patient with them as well, because like I said, bro, I'm a dad, and there's things that happen in my life that I have no control of, and I've got to live with it and just keep pushing forward. Yeah,
and each time you sort of, when you come school holidays, obviously, is the big one.
Yep.
Come up, okay, let's try this time, and each time's getting better and better.
Yeah, exactly.
Different things like that.
Exactly, bro.
Always fun. Like, there's always like people get sick.
Yep.
How do you train with that or with around it or whatnot? So usually, if you're too sick, then it's just getting back on board.
Exactly.
Whatever you need to do, training or otherwise. Mm-hmm. It's not so much training through the sickness.
Yeah. So, and being able to, just realize that too, bro. Like I'm very in depth with, you know, how I'm feeling and what I'm going through, and everything's sort of like written down. You know, I've got a journal with all my stuff, and every time something like holidays or something happens, you know, the only thing that keeps me there is the patience, is the longevity. You know, this is not just going to happen in the space of a night. It's going to happen in 10 years' time. Yeah,
that's similar to me, just building systems around things that happen, or trying to do what you need to do, with it be training or on the business side of things as well.
Yep.
So I really like to first do it. It's pretty much chaos at the start.
Yep.
Whatever you're trying to do. For me, writing programs, shooting content. There is an actual system, and if you can break it down into steps and then put things in place that will hold you accountable,
100%.
then you know, you're going to more likely do those things all the time and be more consistent, and then, you know, you'll see the results from that.
That's cool. I like that, bro.
Number two.
What was the most challenging situation you faced in the first half of the year, and what did you learn from it?
I think it was just the seasons of business, plus going through the sort of tough economic times, and how that affects, how the macro things in the world are actually affecting
what you do.
Yeah, it's quite strange to deal with. So, example, interest rates have gone up. People need to save money, so they'll cancel their mobility program, and then it's sort of like not taking that personally.
Yeah.
And then asking yourself, what can you do? What can you control? Controlling the controllables. I can't control interest rates, so why should I give a fuck about, you know, how they're affecting my program? What can I do? So what I did is added weights programs. You know, try and value add onto the program.
Yeah,
okay, so came with 4 weights programs, set that up. Did a lot of all the like tedious tasks, automations. Hired a guy from Philippines to automate a few processes just to speed up the workflow.
Yep. How's that been?
Yeah, that's been awesome. Can sort of designate time better more to coaching
Yep.
than just doing like little admin type tasks, which has
cool.
been a big help. And then with that allows me to expand to scale a bit better with a lot more clients and delivering a lot more value. So my lesson from that, or the challenge I faced, is interest rates go up, the macro economy is going super shit, affects my business. So how can I improve, control the controllables, improve the program?
Yeah, beautiful. I like how you said you removed the emotions too, bro. And that's something massively that I've learned from you in the first half. Because a lot of the stuff that you do, you are leading the charge, and I'm just following, step by step. I would say that I'm at the point where you first sort of started in 2020, 2021, right? So I'm quite gifted in the fact that everything to do with the business side of things, I'm just following in your lead. But, away from it, bro, probably the hardest thing for me that happened was the old man getting sick and then having to adjust to that, It really I didn't realize how much it took effect on me, bro. It made me stop. Everything stopped for me. Training stopped. The business side of things stopped. I wasn't reaching out to my clients and all that sort of thing. And, it sort of made me realize there are other things that happen in life,
And that's all right as well.
Exactly, bro.
It's not the end of the world either.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And now that I'm back, it's just like renewed, reinvigorated, everything, and I'm just pushing forward.
Yep.
Next one.
Yep. Can you describe a moment when you learned something about yourself or your values?
Fuck. This is a good one, bro.
And how has this insight influenced your decisions or actions?
Good. This is a good question. I would say, bro, that you know me, bro. I wake up in the morning, I make my bed, and really, that doesn't matter, So I wake up in the morning now and I jump straight into the things or the input that I need to do in order for me to reach my goals or to complete my mission has to be priority on that list, And this is just an example. This is an analogy. So instead of waking up and jumping onto or making my bed, I just get up and get straight into what I need to get done, which is on the priority list. Whether that's training, whether that's, getting my work done, whether that's spending some time with my family. And yeah, that's been a huge thing for me. And in terms of, I think for the values side of things, because I grew up being taught and told that I need to make my bed in order for me to be successful. And it's like I've flipped everything on its head and it works. So that would be the big thing for me.
Ooh, for me, I think it's all to do with time and it's where you are putting your effort into things during the week and how much time you're putting into certain tasks that are going to grow you. Are you putting time into things that are like not going to, help out anyway, or are you going to put things to your priorities where they're going to help you grow as a person, business, and also like better your training, and just realizing that there's so much time that you waste during the day.
This was sort of like from the exercise that we did with the 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's crazy to do. Yeah. And then just always hearing the excuses from clients who don't finish the program, like the time excuse is a biggie.
Yeah, it's a massive one.
Yeah, so I don't really have any sympathy for those people who it's always about time and priorities. And I had a good one when I asked a young kid to send me his
screen time.
Yeah.
I remember telling me this.
Send me your screen time. And let's try and figure out 15 minutes. He didn't send it because he knew when he looked at it and I said, how many hours? And he was like, I don't know, 4 or 6 hours a day on, screen time. Yeah, that's the easiest way to pull up your timesheet to see how much time you got available for the day is just to look at that
that's cool.
Screen time, which is a good one, I think.
I like that one.
And then probably the next step was tracking every 30 minutes or every hour of your day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we spoke about that before.
Yeah,
there's so much time, man. Like
there's so much, and you don't. Once again, bro, like I'm a perfectionist, and going back to what I was saying about me making my bed, like I spent some time making my bed, and then I had that time up over per week, and I had that time up over a month. It's fucking a lot of time, bro. When I could be implementing things that are gonna pull me out of, because like let's be honest, bro, I don't know shit, and I'm still not where I where I want to be to live my ideal lifestyle. In order for me to do that, I need to make some changes and, something like jumping straight or making that priority list and making sure I get into it straight away without having anything to get in my way certainly helps.
And just like podcasts you listen to, Netflix series you watch, like add all those times up and just put those hours. Imagine putting all those hours into something that you really love, or sorting out your body or your diet or your training, your business, everything.
That's it. How have your relationships with others shaped or transformed your perspectives and understanding during the first half of 2023? Come on, let's break that question down, actually, bro. That means what the relations that you have with people or they have with you. Your circle? Is that what that's saying?
Yeah, I'm very protective of my time. There's only a few people I ever spend time with. There's probably you. Got a mate, Stewie, that I go do boxing with. And then, just my partner and my son. So, that's it.
I'm the same.
And then my partner's extended family. So her brother and sister, parents. Because my family's in New Zealand, obviously. So I don't get to see them in person. But, I'm very protective of just, I like keeping my circle very, very small.
Is there a sense of back in the days that a lot of the time that we spent, because I'm thinking about, back in the days 2-3 years ago for me, a lot of the stuff that I used to do was just nonsense, bro.
Yeah, I just remember playing, even footy days, just wasting whole days of just doing, I don't even know what I was doing with my time. Yeah, just nearly a good 7 years probably of just doing footy training.
Yeah. 2
hours a maximum a day.
Yeah. It's just fucking
4 times a week and
that's
game
cool.
in the
Like
weekend.
that.
So time's so important that I think that Rob Dyrdek, have you seen some of his stuff? Yeah. He's very I was listening to a few podcasts of his and how he manages his time.
Time matrix.
He does the 30 every 30 minutes and then he builds systems into everything, like from his food,
time spent with the family, everything.
Cutting his hair.
Did you listen to the one when he's talking about how the time between him and going to when he was shooting, what's the show that they do? The Ridiculousness.
Yeah.
So the time that he was wasting from going there to the show, that was 40 minutes, and he ended up pulling away from that and inputting something else. It was fuck, that's cool, man.
Yeah, that's the extreme version of
version,
measuring everything. And obviously he's successful, but
it works for him. Whether or not it works for other people, but I think I've got that. I don't know. I love fucking around with time, so it'd be pretty cool to sort of dial into that in the future. Next one, bro. Or?
Yep, last one.
Am I up? What is the most valuable lesson you've learned in the first half of this year that you want to carry on through the remainder of 2023? Why is the lesson significant to you?
Ooh. I think I'll go a training one. It's just sort of the minimum effective dose of an exercise. I reckon it's nearly 90 days. If you're gonna do one exercise, don't worry about any results until you've got from to day 90 at least.
Yeah.
So I've just been doing all the shoulder things and adding to it and subtracting, and I was
it's been really cool to see how strong you've gotten from.
Yeah, just from little activation exercises. My row's super strong now.
The other day when you was doing your rowing, bro, I was like, what the fuck? How's this guy doing 60s all struggling?
I used to hate one-arm rows. It's probably my biggest weakness.
Mm-hmm.
But now I can feel I pull 60s. I only used to just do 40s because I used to hate it so much. And I used to pull it. I was just my brain's going to explode. But now I can pump out 60s.
Yeah, sick.
Which is good. And so while my bench press is going shit at the moment, just building up the back, the opposite side, which is a good lesson too. But just that minimum effective dose of training. If people just sort out 90 days worth of training and then deciding if that actually worked and did you get results from that?
Yeah.
And I think, people get a lot more results and have a lot more buy-in, and then you take that even longer term.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everything's too short. Everyone wants results
short
2
term,
weeks.
too fast.
Yeah.
And that comes down to what I said before about the patience thing, right? Not many people do. And even I don't as a coach. And that's the big thing for me, moving forward. But for me, bro, it's volume. Everything. I've learned so much this year of doing high reps. And I know I haven't mentioned this within this podcast, but I learn a lot from doing more volume. And the only thing that's stopping me from doing as much as I want to do is just me.
Yep.
And so the back end of this year will be implementing a lot more volume in everything, and just trying to keep, some form of data there to show what I'm, if it's working, and how I can keep just fucking ticking over and ticking over and ticking over.
And then shout out to the Winter Warrior crew. So
Yeah.
that was our 90-day thing to get through winter, which is sort of held me accountable as well, which was real cool. So I do a 90-day program. We just got a little group chat, and we all just plug in now what we've been doing, sort of just to keep one thing through that whole 90 days. And then chuck in a cold shower or a cold plunge or whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone's been going pretty good on that. So, just that 90 days. I love that time limit.
Yeah.
100's probably perfect because I love that number. But, and then shout out to, like, even the program where did the post with son and mother.
Yeah.
And then that made me realize, because we got the Jenkins, so they're father and son.
Yep.
And then we got Luke and that, who are brothers.
Oh, true.
So it sort of just ticked off in my
man.
brain. Shit, we've got all these combinations. Then we got work.
Sick. I didn't even
Got
think-
work colleagues. We got friends. We got team players. So that was quite a cool thing for me today, and just grateful moment for
Mad.
that.
Finish on that, brother.
Sweet, bro.
Thanks, Ozzy.
Yeah, they call me a savage. How I'm putting in work. I hustle and grind, I put in the time, get what I deserve. Savage.